Hello, everyone. Welcome to Slow Learning English. I am Sarah, and I am so happy you are joining us today. This is the place where we take our time. We speak slowly and clearly so that you can understand every word. Our goal is to help you build your confidence, one sentence at a time. Today, John and I are going to have a very long and very special conversation. We are talking about our homes. How do you describe the place where you live? Is it a house? Is it an apartment? What are the rooms called? We are going to explore every corner of a home, from the roof to the basement. This is a very important topic because our home is our favorite place. It is where we sleep, eat, and relax. So find a quiet place, relax, and let's start learning together at a comfortable pace.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. I am very excited to talk about this. I love my home. My home is my castle. That is a famous English saying. It means your home is the place where you feel safe and strong. Today, we are going to learn many words. We will talk about the outside of the house, the inside of the house, the furniture, the colors, and even the chores we do to keep it clean. We have a lot of time today, so we can explain everything very clearly.
That is right, John. Let's start at the beginning. What kind of home do you have? There are many different types of homes in the world. For example, some people live in a house. A house is a building that is usually for one family. It stands alone on the ground. Other people live in an apartment. In British English, we often say a flat. An apartment is a home that is part of a larger building with many other homes. You have neighbors above you and neighbors below you.
I live in an apartment. It is on the fourth floor. I like living in an apartment because it feels very safe and it is easy to clean. If I lived in a big house, I would have too much work to do. Sarah, tell the listeners, do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a house. It is a small house, but it has a garden. A garden is the area outside with grass and flowers. In American English, people often say a yard. I love my garden because I can sit outside when the weather is sunny. I have a small table and two chairs in my garden. Sometimes I eat my breakfast there. It is very peaceful.
A garden is wonderful. Let's talk about the parts of the house we see from the outside. First, there is the roof. The roof is the top of the house. It is like a hat for the house. It protects us from the rain and the snow. Then there are the walls. The walls are the sides of the house. Most walls are made of brick or wood or stone. And of course, there are the windows and the door.
When you arrive at a house, you go to the front door. The front door is the main entrance. Many houses have a doorbell. You press the small button and it makes a sound inside. Ding dong. Some people have a knocker. A knocker is a piece of metal on the door. You use the metal knocker to hit the door. Knock, knock, knock.
If you live in a house, you might have a chimney. The chimney is the tall pipe on the roof. If you have a fire inside the house, the smoke goes up the chimney and out into the air. And many houses have a garage. A garage is a special room for your car. You park your car inside the garage so it stays dry and clean. Some people use the garage to keep their old boxes, bicycles, and tools.
My garage is full of old things, John. I don't even park my car there because there are too many boxes. Now let's imagine we open the front door and go inside. Usually the first area you see is called the hall or the hallway. It is a long, narrow space. This is where you take off your coat and your shoes. It is important to keep the hallway tidy so you don't trip over your shoes.
In my hallway, I have a small table. I put my keys and my mail on that table. I also have a mirror on the wall. I look in the mirror before I leave the house to make sure my hair looks okay. From the hallway, you can see doors to the other rooms. Let's talk about the most important room for relaxing, the living room.
The living room is where we spend a lot of time with our family and friends. In some places, people call it the sitting room or the lounge. This is the room for comfort. John, what furniture do we find in a living room?
Well, the most important thing is the sofa. Some people call it a couch. A sofa is a big, soft chair for 2 or 3 people to sit together. Then there is the armchair. An armchair is a soft chair for only one person. It is called an armchair because it has 2 sides where you can rest your arms. It is very comfortable for reading.
I love my armchair. I sit there every evening with a cup of tea. In the middle of the living room, there is usually a coffee table. A coffee table is a small, low table. You don't eat dinner there. You just put your drink or a magazine on it. And many people have a television. We often put the television on a TV stand, or sometimes we hang it on the wall like a picture.
To make the living room feel cozy, we use rugs and curtains. A rug is like a small carpet that you put on the floor. It keeps your feet warm. Curtains are the pieces of fabric that cover the windows. You close the curtains at night so people cannot see inside, and you open them in the morning to let the sun in. And don't forget the bookshelves. I have a lot of bookshelves because I have hundreds of books.
Bookshelves make a room look very beautiful. Now let's move to the room where we cook our food, the kitchen. The kitchen is often the busiest room in the house. Some people say the kitchen is the heart of the home.
I agree. I love the kitchen because I love to cook. In the kitchen, we have the stove or the cooker. This is the machine with the heat. On top of the stove, there are burners where we boil water or fry eggs. Below the burners, there is usually an oven. We use the oven to bake bread, cakes, or cookies. It makes the house smell amazing.
And we have the refrigerator or the fridge. This is the tall, cold box. We keep our milk, our meat, our eggs, and our vegetables inside the fridge so they stay fresh. Beside the fridge, we usually have a sink. The sink is where we wash the dishes after we eat. The sink has a faucet or a tap. You turn the tap to get water.
Many modern kitchens have a dishwasher. A dishwasher is a wonderful machine that washes all the dirty plates and glasses for you. You just put them inside, press a button, and wait. It saves a lot of time. And we have many cupboards. Cupboards are the small closets on the wall or under the counters. We keep our plates, our cups, and our food like pasta and rice inside the cupboards.
The flat surfaces where we prepare food are called countertops or worktops. I have a toaster on my countertop for making toast in the morning, and I have a kettle. A kettle is a small machine for boiling water very quickly. In England, every kitchen has a kettle because we drink a lot of tea.
I have a microwave too. A microwave is very fast for heating up cold food or making popcorn. Now, if the house is big enough, there is a separate room for eating dinner, the dining room.
In the dining room, there is a large dining table and several chairs. This is where the family sits down together to share a meal and talk about their day. Some people have a sideboard in the dining room. A sideboard is a long, low cupboard. It is for keeping extra plates, forks, spoons, and tablecloths.
In my apartment, I don't have a separate dining room. My kitchen is big, so I have a small table and 4 chairs inside the kitchen. We call this an eat-in kitchen. It is very practical and convenient.
Now let's go upstairs. If the house has more than one floor, you have to use the stairs to go up. The area at the top of the stairs is called the landing. It is like a small hallway between the rooms on the second floor. From the landing, we can go to the bedrooms.
The bedroom is the place for sleeping and dreaming. The most important thing in this room is the bed. There are different sizes of beds. A single bed is for one person, a double bed is for 2 people. A very large bed is called a king-size bed.
On the bed, we have a mattress. The mattress is the soft part you lie on. Then we have sheets, pillows for your head, and a blanket or a duvet. A duvet is a thick, warm cover. Beside the bed, there is usually a small bedside table. Many people put a lamp on the bedside table so they can read a book before they go to sleep.
Where do you keep your clothes, Sarah? I have a lot of clothes and I need a place to put them.
I keep my clothes in a wardrobe. A wardrobe is a tall piece of furniture. You can hang your coats, dresses, and shirts inside. I also have a chest of drawers. This is a piece of furniture with many drawers that slide in and out. I keep my socks and t-shirts inside the drawers.
Some people have a desk in their bedroom. They use the desk for their computer or for doing homework. And many bedrooms have a carpet on the floor. A carpet covers the whole floor and makes the room feel very warm and soft for your feet.
Now, we must talk about the bathroom. This is a very important room for cleaning our bodies. In the bathroom, we have a toilet and a small sink for washing our hands and brushing our teeth. Above the sink, there is usually a mirror.
And we have a place to wash our whole body. This can be a bathtub or a shower. I prefer a shower because it is fast. You stand up and the water falls on your head. But some people love to take a long, hot bath in the bathtub. They put bubbles in the water and relax.
Don't forget the towels. We use towels to dry ourselves after the shower. We keep the towels on a towel rack. And many people have a bath mat on the floor so the floor doesn't get wet and slippery.
Now let's talk about some extra rooms that some houses have. Some houses have a basement. A basement is a room that is below the ground. You have to go downstairs to reach it. Basements are often used for storage, or sometimes people put their washing machine and dryer there. We call that a laundry room.
And some houses have an attic. An attic is the space at the very top of the house, right under the roof. You often have to use a ladder to get into the attic. It is a good place for keeping old holiday decorations or clothes you don't wear anymore.
My parents have an attic, and it is full of my old toys. It is a bit dusty up there. Now let's talk about how to describe the feeling of a home. We use adjectives to describe our house. B, what are some good words to use?
Well, a very common word is spacious. Spacious means there is a lot of space. The rooms are big and you can move around easily. Another good word is bright. A bright home has many windows and a lot of natural light from the sun. It feels very cheerful.
The opposite of bright is dark. Some old houses are dark because they have small windows, and the opposite of spacious is small or cramped. Cramped means there is not enough space and you feel squeezed. But a small home can also be cozy. Cozy is a very nice word. It means warm, comfortable, and safe.
I like the word modern. A modern home has new furniture, new machines, and simple colors like white or gray. The opposite is traditional or old-fashioned. An old-fashioned home might have antique furniture made of dark wood and colorful wallpaper on the walls.
We can also say a home is tidy or messy. Tidy means everything is in its correct place. There are no clothes on the floor. Messy means the opposite. My house is usually tidy on Monday, but by Friday it is a little bit messy.
Let's talk about the floors. The floors can be made of different things. Some homes have wooden floors. They look very natural and beautiful. Other homes have tiles. Tiles are common in the kitchen and the bathroom because they are easy to clean with water.
And many homes have carpet. The carpet is very soft and warm, especially in the winter, but you have to be careful not to spill your juice on the carpet.
Let's talk about the walls. You can paint the walls different colors. My walls are white because it makes the room look bigger. Sarah, what color are your walls?
My living room walls are a soft green color. It makes me feel like I am in nature. In my bedroom, the walls are light blue. Blue is a very calm color for sleeping. On the walls, people often hang pictures, paintings, or photos of their family.
Now let's talk about the neighborhood. The neighborhood is the area around your home. Is it a quiet neighborhood or a noisy neighborhood?
I live in a noisy neighborhood because I am near a busy street. There are many cars and buses going past. But it is very convenient because there are many shops and a supermarket nearby. I can walk to the store in 2 minutes.
I live in a quiet neighborhood. There are many trees and there is a small park at the end of the street. I can hear the birds singing in the morning. It is very peaceful, but I have to drive my car if I want to go to the supermarket.
We can say our home is in the city center or in the suburbs. The suburbs are the residential areas outside the center of the city. Some people live in the country or in a village. A village is a very small town in the countryside.
Living in a village is very quiet, but everyone knows your name. Now, let's practice some sentences for our listeners. Imagine you are meeting a new friend and they ask you, "Where do you live?"
You can answer, I live in a small apartment in the city center. It is on the 3rd floor.
And then they might ask, "What is your home like?"
You can say, it is very bright and modern. It has a small balcony where I can see the street. It is a bit noisy, but I like it. A balcony is a small platform outside your window where you can stand.
That is a great description. Or you can say, I live in an old house in the suburbs. It is very cozy and it has a big garden with many flowers. It is very quiet.
Listeners, think about your own home. How many rooms do you have? Do you have a favorite room? My favorite room is the living room because I can sit on the sofa and watch a movie.
My favorite room is the kitchen. I love the smell of coffee and cooking. I have a small table by the window in my kitchen where I can look at my garden.
Let's talk about the chores we do at home. A chore is a job you have to do to keep the house clean. For example, vacuuming the floor. We use a machine called a vacuum cleaner to suck up the dust.
And dusting. We use a cloth to wipe the dust off the tables and the bookshelves. We also have to wash the dishes or load the dishwasher, and of course, doing the laundry. This means washing your clothes in the washing machine.
One more chore is taking out the trash. You put the garbage in a bag and take it outside to the big bin. If you don't do your chores, the house becomes very messy.
That is true. Now let's talk about the things that keep us comfortable. For example, heating. In the winter, we turn on the heater or the central heating to stay warm. In the summer, if it is very hot, we use air conditioning or a fan to stay cool.
And we have electricity for the lights and the television, and plumbing for the water in the sink and the shower. These are very important things that we don't always think about.
Now let's talk about some special parts of a home. Some people have a study or a home office. This is a quiet room with a desk and a chair for working or studying. Many people have a home office now because they work from home.
And some people have a guest room. A guest room is an extra bedroom for friends or family when they come to visit and stay for the night. It is very nice to have a guest room.
If you live in a house, you might have a patio or a porch. A patio is a flat area made of stone or wood in the garden. You can put a table and chairs there. A porch is a covered area at the front of the house near the door.
I have a small balcony on my apartment. I put some plants there. It is nice to have a little bit of nature even in the city.
We have learned so many words today about the home, from the roof and the chimney to the sofa and the dishwasher. We talked about the bedroom, the bathroom, and even the chores we do.
I hope our listeners can now describe their own home in English. It is a very good way to practice. You can walk through your house and name all the things you see. This is my bed. This is the fridge. This is a lamp.
Yes, try to write 5 sentences about your home today. I live in a house. My living room is bright. I have a small kitchen. It is a great way to build your confidence.
Remember, you don't need to speak fast. Take your time, just like we do. Speaking slowly helps you think about the words.
Well, John, I think we have reached the end of our very long conversation about the home. I am ready to go home now and relax.
Me too. I am going to sit on my sofa and have a glass of water.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode here on Slow Learning English. I hope you enjoyed our conversation and learned some useful new words. Remember, you don't need to hurry. Learning a language is a journey, and it is okay to go slow. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to our channel and share it with a friend who is also learning. I am Sarah, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Until then, keep practicing, stay positive, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.